The Pyramids of Giza are enormous structures located in Giza, Egypt, and are an important part of the ancient Egyptian civilization. They consist of three main pyramids: the Great Pyramid, Pyramid of Cheops, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure. The Pyramid of Cheops. This pyramid is known as the largest and most famous pyramid in Egypt. It is thought to have been built for Pharaoh Keops, and when it was built it was about 146.6 meters high, while now it is slightly shorter. For thousands of years, it remained one of the tallest structures on Earth. Pyramid of Khafre. This pyramid was built for the Pharaoh Keops and is quite close to the Pyramid of Cheops. Some of the granite pieces on it are still preserved, and this pyramid has retained more of its original appearance. Menkaure Pyramid. Smaller than the other two pyramids, the Menkaure Pyramid was built for the Pharaoh Menkaure. Although it is the smallest pyramid in Giza, it has a very impressive structure. These pyramids reflect the construction and engineering skills of ancient Egypt as well as the social, cultural, and religious structures of the society at the time. Pyramids are large burial complexes built in connection with the belief in the passage of the dead to the next life. Even today, there are still many mysteries and debates about how these pyramids were built and placed, and they are of great interest as a World Heritage Site. Of course, the Pyramids of Giza were only part of the great structures of ancient Egypt. The pyramids still hold many mysteries about how the huge blocks of stone were transported and placed when they were built. The Great Pyramid, Pyramid of Cheops, was built around 2560 BC. Inside this pyramid is the burial chamber of the Pharaoh Keops. The burial chamber, corridors and chambers have a complex structure and are surrounded by many legends and mysteries related to Egyptian history and mythology. Thousands of workers worked to build the pyramids, and the most common theory on how the pyramids were built is that it took a huge workforce and an enormous amount of organized effort to transport and place the huge blocks of stone. Some theories talk about techniques to explain how the stone blocks were set in place, how they were cut and transported, but there is no definitive consensus on this. The pyramids also offer clues about ancient Egypt's knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. The fact that they were built according to the rising and setting of the sun shows ancient Egypt's knowledge of astronomy. Still today, these magnificent structures in Giza are among the largest and most impressive monuments in the world. Tourists come from all over the world to see these ancient structures and discover their history. There are many different hypotheses and opinions about the construction of the Great Pyramid of ancient Egypt. Many theories have been put forward about the transportation and placement of the stone blocks and the internal structure of the pyramid. Some think that the stone blocks were created on site, others that they were brought from quarries and placed. The construction process is also controversial. Although the ancient Greeks claimed that slaves were used, modern researchers believe that the number of skilled workers was high. The cemetery believed to belong to these workers was discovered in the 1990s. The planning process of the pyramid is also a mystery. Some think the ancient Egyptians drew plans on the ground with scales. How the stones were placed is still unclear. Some speak of spiral ramps, others of a giant lever system. According to Herodotus, huge ramps were built for heavy stones. In recent years, French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin's theory of spiral ramps from the inside has attracted much attention. There is also the hypothesis that the stone blocks were molded and frozen inside the pyramid. The interior of the pyramid is full of entrances, rooms and passageways. But most of them are closed to visitors. Although the caverns, chambers and tunnel systems seem to have interesting purposes, their real purpose is still unclear. Details of the structures inside, ventilation systems and burial sites are also still the subject of much speculation. The pyramid complex includes the Great Pyramid and several other structures. These include other pyramids, temple ruins, ship-shaped cavities and various other structures. The discovered remains of a ship-shaped groove with pieces of wood inside, are among the interesting discoveries among the structures in the area. The theories and findings about the construction and internal structure of this giant structure are still a matter of great debate among historians and archaeologists.